Hey guys, I'm back. In this video we're going to be talking about how to make money in the game and various other resources. So over here in this little battle tab you have your dimensional breakthrough and your battle of honor. Battle of honor is a PvP thing. You make your team, you go and you fight against somebody else's team and hopefully you beat them and take points and you rank up, try to get rank 1 at the end of the week, which you're not going to get. Whoop-de-doo, it's perfectly fine, you didn't get rank 1. But you get these rewards. Now the reason you want to do this basically right from the get-go is the rewards include crystals. And you can get a good amount of crystals for your budget every week. Most people can generally get the 2 to 3% range because of how many inactive players there are. They are counted towards this, so most people that are actually trying can get to the 2 to 3% range. I think maybe only 11-20% of the actual accounts are being played right now. You can check your battle records here, your attack defense. Revenges are a way that you can fight people that have attacked you and take points back from them to kind of close the gaps on them. It's pretty useful. And you can always check the rankings and the home of all the top rankers to see what their teams are. If you're not at the top rank, this little drop arrow will show you the position of the person. Now, we're going to talk about formations just after this. In Dimensional Breakthrough, this is generally just a way to generate income for yourself. It's the hugest way to get money. We're going to play one real quick just to demonstrate. You can play 10 stages per day, and they are very, very beatable. I suggest you check out Reddit, the Fantasy Wars Tactics section on Reddit, to see any kind of little tips and tricks that people have come up with. There's generally 2 to 3 different kind of annoying tricks. Generally, just using Grace is the best way at the higher levels, but it starts out very easy for you all the time. You should be able to do things with very little effort for the first few stages. It's not going to be that easy every time, but stage 1 is really easy. Just trying to demonstrate the money here. For stage 1, I got 30,000 gold. So, easy as that. Remember, you can only do this 10 times a day. It's worth about 300 to 350,000 gold. The matches do get fairly hard. They're generally, most people just auto to 6 or 7, and then they just restart and do it again the next day to make their gold. But it's going to be up to you how much you think you can beat. There are, and like I said, there are little tricks that you can use to manipulate how the teams get generated, or going out of battle, coming back into battle, and having your lore gauge charged. There's different things that you can abuse to make that easier. But we're going to talk about formations here. Now, there are 3 maps in PvP. If you've been playing at all, you should know what they are. There's a bridge map, a square map, and an ice map. The ice map is probably the easiest one, but the most annoying because it takes really long to play. Square map is probably the hardest one to beat a team that's a lot stronger than you, because everything's right there and there's nowhere for you to run away or avoid their attacks. And the bridge map is kind of everybody's favorite because it's like a one-on-one face-off here, and what a lot of people used to do in the earlier days of the game was they would look at their team, let's go paper, rock, blank, rock, and then they would align their team based off the bridge map, because your 1 to 4 faces him 4 to 1. So my Lee would fight his Musaka in the bridge, my Musaka would fight this question mark, my Kai would fight that Serendi, and my Chris would fight this Sierra. That's how it would line up if it was on the bridge. My 1 to 4 and his 1 to 4 are not always up against each other, they're in reverse order. But that is not really the best way to set up your team. The way you're going to be wanting to set up your team, it is just a little way like a very basic formation that I came up with a few months ago. It's generally attacker, strongest foot forward, a tankier DPS, perhaps a utility hero or another high attack in slot 2, where it's safer. Your slot 3 is generally going to get attacked a lot, so you want to have somebody who can still bring a lot of damage but can take a few hits themselves also. And your 4th slot should be dedicated to a tank if you're going for an all-round formation that kind of works against every single party. Most people use an all-around formation because it's just too expensive to have perfect sets on every single character. Like, you can be a millionaire and never have stuff like that, so it's just Sekiro is just too hard to obtain like that, and there's just so many. You have to limit yourself. This is a mobile game, so most people stick with the standard formation instead of trying to find specific formations that you can use to auto other top teams, because there's not going to be like a one cure-all formation that's going to work for every single team where you just auto and always win, unless you actually do have the strongest team on the ladder, which I believe right now currently belongs to Lord KHX. But this is just generally a general overview. Your character that takes all the hits is going to be in slot 4. Slot 4 goes last, and this is usually in a position where it gets hit by everybody else before it has a chance to act. So you want this character to be able to take hits, a lot of hits. The slot 3 character generally is really only in threat of taking big damage on the bridge map. And it's important because this character goes after their second character, and there's no way that this character is going to ever act before their second character, so it always has to be able to take a hit. The second slot gets the chance to go and kill their third slot or do whatever your second slot's going to do. Your first slot, same thing, can go face off against the tank, can pull off, go somewhere else, whatever. Maybe go support something else. I like Lee's got super high range. Generally he can just walk away from any tank and support any lane he wants with his absurd range. Especially because he's a Pathfinder set to increase his movement. I can hit other lanes close to him. But that's generally the formation that you're going to want to go for. I do encourage you to play around with the characters. The characters I'm using right now are not really that great. Lee and Musaka are amazing. Kai is just fun, and Chris is absolutely terrible. But I'm kind of screwing around this week. So play around with the heroes, try to find something, but this is a general base formation that you're going to want to kind of give yourself a little bit of an edge against players that might be a little bit less experienced or a little less in the know, or ones that just don't go to Reddit, have never seen any videos or explanations, and just think that their way to do things is a lot better than the way they've been refined down to, because most people are going to be running with a formation that's like this. Okay, at the end of every week you get crystal rewards and these honor tokens. You can use the honor tokens to buy genes for these heroes in the honor shop. Persona has some cool cheeses. Nox has also got some cool cheeses because of the way that a certain boss in the Tower of Dawn is affected by Confuse. Neither of these heroes is actually particularly good. Most people actually just buy them and never max their genes. I started maxing Nox's genes because of his cheese strategy, but we'll see how they add things to the honor shop in the future. This reset option, if you come across somebody you can't beat and you need new opponents, click this and it will let you reset and you will get 5 new opponents. If you beat the 5 new opponents, you will gain 2 swords immediately. It's 1 sword per fight, win or lose. And if you clear the whole map, you will get 2 free ones to start off your next round. Swords recharge every hour. Other than that, that's all there really is to know. Make sure you come up with a strong formation. Generally, the third slot area attack type heroes work very well because they've all got significantly higher defense than most attack type heroes. And they've all got good areas. On the square map specifically, they'll be able to come in and hit the whole area that is now has your tank surrounded by the enemy. For example, they're all bunched up, you come in with the big area skill, you do maximum damage. Things like that, just little core concepts. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. It's getting a little bit late for me, so I think I'm just going to upload these. We'll do a few more tomorrow. And we might be doing some adventures of Smurf's Ark. Maybe we'll go through Lista and we'll try out Ashen for the first time. Because I'm just about to start Lista. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful with any newer players, and I'm sorry that it took me so long to actually organize these into smaller, easier to learn videos. Some other ideas that I got coming up, just to kind of refine into smaller, simpler videos. I'm going to make one small, short, sweet video for the Nephthys dungeons. I'm going to do one for how to gauge the power of PvE and PvP heroes accurately. So we don't really need me to make a tier list all the time, because people ask for tier lists all the time, or what tier is this hero, what tier is that hero, and I think we should just come up with a good base for how you should be able to judge different characters. How to do effective crystal spending, I'm going to do another shorter video of. Another how to pay to win effectively, like things you should really be kind of focused on before you start spending any money if you're going to be a pay to win player. And maybe we'll do some checkout videos for different top players so we can see some objective ideas coming from the outside also. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. That's going to be it for the rest of the night.